Welcome to my channel. This divorce story of everyday people like you and I who lost their marriage over a selfish and silly assumption will make you think twice if you are contemplating divorce like Eva. If this is the sort of stories you like, subscribe to my channel so you can get a notification whenever I upload a new video. Let's get right down to it. My name is Ferdinand. Eva and I met when we were in our second year in the university. We loved each other so much and we couldn't wait to start a family. Immediately after our graduation we got married. Our marriage was blessed with 3 sons and a beautiful daughter. On our 17th wedding anniversary, we planned a beautiful outing with our children and a romantic evening together, but there was no romance. She didn't want to do anything with me. No talking, no touching, no nothing. She was sad all through the weekend of that anniversary. When she finally spoke up, she said she felt the need to regain her figure and vitality back. She couldn't believe how her once toned body had drastically changed with 6 pregnancies, for childbirth, and how they all altered her body. The usual enthusiasm in our relationship began to diminish until it was finally completely absent. She was ashamed and defeated by what she saw in the mirror. I never complained about her weight or body. I knew the natural tendency and transformation of pregnancy, childbirth, and breastfeeding is for the body to lose its elasticity, become flabby here and there, and I enjoyed all of that. It was part of motherhood. She began to feel ashamed to undress or dress up in my presence. It wasn't like I hadn't changed myself. She joined a fitness club and I thought that would solve the problem. But no, most women at the club were either single, divorced, never married, or unfaithful. Suddenly my wife didn't want to be married anymore. She became uninteresting, unexciting, and most of the time, absent-minded. Good gracious. I couldn't explain what hit my wife, but I knew whatever it was really bad. Soon after she became an active member, my wife became her bubbly self again. She was smiling and happy. Her choice of work cloth and makeup changed. Life was beautiful again, but I noticed she was on her phone a lot. Then one day, I received an anonymous phone call from someone who alleged my wife was having an inappropriate affair with a guy at the gym. They'd been going on business trips together and taking days off together, she hinted. My physical reaction to this phone call was bad. I was visibly shaking. My heart was beating out of my chest, and I could barely breathe. I struggled to talk, and for a long moment I couldn't say anything. When I finally found my voice, I asked how she got my contact info. She told me she just wanted me to be aware of what was going on behind my back, and she dropped the call. I didn't know what to do. Could this be true? No, my wife wouldn't cheat on me. We have come too far for her to do this to me. Although I didn't believe a thing she said, my mind became troubled. Who would pull this kind of prank knowing it could destroy a home? My investigative instinct took over and I began to add 2 and 2. Then one day I found her text message and pictures of her with no clothes on. I confronted her, but she was nonchalant about it. I begged and pleaded with her to stay committed to our wedding vows and give special attention to our kids so they don't end up growing up in a broken home. But for the life of me, I just couldn't figure out what the real issue was. I didn't understand what she wanted in another man. We never fought. I never cheated on her the entire 20 years of our marriage. I never even held or kissed another woman. I pleaded for a second chance, but that was never to be. Because one day I woke up and found a letter on my bedside drawer. She was gone. Apparently, she had been cheating on me with a guy she met at the gym. She had traveled out of town with him and they stayed in a hotel together for 5 days. She said the guy was her soulmate and the chemistry between them was unparalleled. That he was everything I wasn't. Those were the days she went on a supposed business trip in another city. She told me she was leaving me for him and asked that I take care of our kids. That letter left me extremely crushed but defeated. The thought of the mother of my children in another man's arm broke me. She broke me. That phone call was true after all. I couldn't eat, shower, or go to work for days. My children saw me crying non-stop for days and joined in after I opened up to them. I knew any man that tolerates adulterous woman is foolish, because deep down in her soul is hatred, contempt, and disregard for you. But for the sake of my children, I was willing to forgive her even if I didn't love her anymore. Eva's letter was torture and the words brutal. I think she left the letter to provoke me to initiate divorce so she could play the victim, get a few properties and alimony, but I didn't. When she realized I wasn't prepared to divorce her, she filed for one instead. I asked her if she loved the guy she left me for. She said she loved him very much. I asked if she still loved me and her reply was a resounding no. At least I got closure. This answer would prove valuable later on. After that encounter, I signed the divorce papers. When our divorce was finally over, she couldn't wait to marry her sweetheart. I got the custody of my kids and she was also asked to pay child support. The crazy thing was, why she was married to me the entire time, she never told the guy she was a married woman, nor was she a mother of 4. That was utterly ridiculous. The going was good between them for another 12 months after she left. He lavished her with money. I checked her Facebook profile a couple of times and noticed she looked radiant. She was obviously very happy, very, very happy. She even got a Brazilian butt lift. Her chest area was also fuller and rounder. The man spoiled her silly. I could see that the man was rich. On my part, I continued to lick my wounds as I took care of my kids. I found it hard to trust anyone or start a relationship again. The pain was palpable and my anxiety was real. Were it not for my kids, I probably would have expired long ago. You see, after reading that letter that morning, my self-esteem was crushed. They destroyed my self-esteem and crushed my soul. She underestimated the destruction of the sanctity of our marriage and catastrophic betrayal of our wedding vows by her selfish act against me. Eva had access to a lot of money. I mean, her fiancé was in good money. She had a flamboyant lifestyle. Unfortunately, contrary to her belief, there was no love, no respect, no integrity, no commitment. Instead, it was constant argument, unrequited love, and a whole lot more because she had unrealistic expectations of him. All hell was let loose one day, when she returned from a trip with her friends unexpectedly and found another woman in bedroom with her man. Eva was completely devastated. She didn't believe he could cheat on her. She hollered and went ballistic during a heated argument. She destroyed his properties around the house before she finally descended on the new girlfriend, beating her blue-black. How immature and downright ridiculous. Funny thing was, I felt inadequate and terrible seeing how large and happy she looked on social media because it seemed she was living a perfect life. A life I couldn't give her when in reality her life was chaotic. Her boyfriend called the police, but when the cop arrived she was crying and hysterical. She made it seem like she was the victim and wanted her boyfriend to suffer, but the CCTV camera caught everything. Eva was arrested on assault charges. While at the station, he told her it was over between them and never wanted to set his eyes on her never again. He went back home, loaded her car with all her belongings and left the car at her friend's house. Eva came back after she was discharged and lost everything and asked if there was any possibility of reconciliation between us. We spoke severally on the phone and she even came to the house to clean around the house. She desperately wanted us to get back together. The more miserable and pitiable she got, the happier I became. She tried to lure me to be intimate with her, but she failed time and time again. I realized I didn't feel anything for her anymore. She was in her complete birthday suit, but nothing. Instead, she repulsed me. Even I was surprised at myself. And I hadn't even been with any woman since she walked out on us. Then I knew for sure it was time to move on. I hope in my next life I don't find her again. I continued to go for therapy and I found love and purpose again. I met Anna who loves and fears God. She is a widow with 3 kids. Her kids are younger than mine. She is intelligent and loving. We became friends and we realized we had so much in common. She told me Jesus once said, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." I did exactly that. I started going to church with her and now I love God dearly. My children are all happy for me. They are all grown up and have their own homes. It's just me and my wife now. I am living a fulfilled and peaceful life. Anna helps me get over the trauma and torment my ex-wife brought upon me. Anna and I married a year later. Our marriage is beautiful and we just love each other. Anna inherited a good fortune and her mother's beautiful home when she died. It was big and beautiful. On my birthday, Anna arranged for us to have a big family celebration at the house she got from her mother. The following morning, I decided to seek the service of a cleaning company to help around the house so Anna and everyone could relax before the long drive back to our different destinations. Anna and I received the shock of our lives when the cleaner arrived. It was Eva. Good thing our kids were still sleeping and didn't get to see their mother in that sorry state. She was embarrassed and I was more embarrassed. I told her to go that we would do the cleaning ourselves. I also told her we would pay for her services and she didn't need to worry. Ephesians chapter 5 verses 15 to 17. See then that you walk circumspectly. Walk carefully, live wisely, morally and cautiously. Not as fools but as wise. 16. Redeeming the time, because the days are evil. 17. Therefore do not be unwise, but understand what the will of the Lord is. The will of the Lord is to obey God's commandments, which says, number 1. You must not commit adultery. Number 2. You must not defile your bed. Number 3. Keep your body holy because it is the temple of God. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell, like and leave your comments. Thank you for watching my video, beautiful people. Until next time, bye and God bless you.